Hi, this is Wiley Sharp with Denison Yachting. I'm back here in Annapolis after a successful trip to the Cannes Yachting Festival over in France. And while I was over there, I had the opportunity to go on a number of world premieres. One of my favorite boats from the show is the McConaghy MC60. I thought it was a very, very well thought out, well designed, and well executed performance cruising catamaran. McConaghy, I mean, they're kind of entering into this semi-custom production boat space, or production catamaran space. They're really, really well known in the custom high-performance racing world. I mean, they've built foils for America's Cup boats, just their pedigree is amazing. Anyways, I thought the MC60 was a really cool boat. It's a 40% carbon, 60% e-glass construction, really well laid out for sailing, and just an absolute rocket ship, but still some of the creature comforts you'd expect in a performance cruising catamaran, or a cruising catamaran for that matter. If you have any questions on the MC60, please leave a comment down below, shoot me an email. Let's go ahead and jump aboard and take a quick look around. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump on board the MC60 here at the Cannes Yachting Festival. Kind of the first thing I noticed when I went on board is I thought it's an awfully small aft deck area, but it actually really works very, very well with this design. We'll kind of talk a little bit more about the Salon here and this whole space once we make our way to the interior. Back here we've got a hydraulic swim platform with a very light tender on it. One really smart thing that McConaghy did is on this boat, they don't have it engaged right now, but they've actually got locks on board. So once the hydraulic platform's up, you can lock it in place, and very, very secure for an offshore passage. We're going to make our way over the starboard weather deck. Now, something really quick worth pointing out is, see how that window is partially open? It fully retracts over here on the starboard side, just really opening up the Salon. So I think that's one of those things that if I were sailing this boat, the first thing I do once I get at anchor is open those up. Probably in nice weather, you could even have them open, although I don't know, I'd probably keep them closed. So as we go up the starboard deck, the first thing you'll notice that you normally would see in a performance cruising catamaran is there's no dagger board. McConaghy actually went with center boards on this boat, which is fairly different than what you find on any other performance sailing cruising catamaran. A couple of reasons they went with that. One was for safety. If you hit something underwater with a dagger board boat, it can be quite a violent impact. Whereas with center boards, they've got shear pins, and it'll either shear right off or it'll go back up into the trunk. Also gives you more living space in the cabin, since you don't have a dagger board housing running through the center of the hull. Now, this is something that I think is just super cool about the McConaghy MC60. Up forward, we can see we've got this large carbon bowsprit, which just screams absolute performance sailing catamaran. But being kind of true to the whole design nature of this boat, it's also a very comfortable cruising catamaran. So we've got large sun pads here that could be very easily removed. And if you were taking this to the Heineken Regatta or a BVI Race Week or something like that. So I'll give you guys kind of a quick pano here of the foredeck. We've got comfort, we've got performance. Now I'm going to step down here on the nets real quick and just kind of give you an idea. The bowsprit, all on furlers, sail on an electric furler, and through the net here you can kind of see the inverse bow, which helps give wave piercing performance. Now, McConaghy has been really well known, as a performance boat building yard. I mean, they've always done very fast, very custom projects, and this is kind of one of their first ventures, or it is one of their first boats, I should say, designed to be a production catamaran. Now, you can see how long and sloping this coach roof is, and you'll really get a sense of the space when we go down below on the boat. She's got a rotating carbon fiber mast with a single spreader. And I mean, you can just see the engineering that went into this. And I'll be able to show you a little bit more below. So the boat is about 40% carbon, 60% e-glass. And they did that for a couple of different reasons. One is a a carbon fiber boat can be quite loud. I mean, I've sailed in carbon fiber monohulls before, and when you slam on one, it sounds like you're inside a drum. And so by going with a fiberglass, primarily fiberglass boat, it's a much quieter ride. Although by using carbon, they're able to really stiffen up the areas that need to be stiffened up, as well as keep the weight down. So things like the bulkheads are carbon fiber. The coach roof has got carbon fiber throughout it. They've got it in all of the right places. One thing that's really cool, I'm going to kind of run back here very quickly, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, but you can see how the Salon door just completely fully pockets here, and it's because that whole superstructure around it's built out of carbon fiber. There's no way you'd be able to get that kind of strength out of out of fiberglass. We'll come down one of the sugar scoops here and give you guys kind of an idea of the bridge deck clearance. So really, really nice high bridge deck clearance, even with the use of a hydraulic swim platform, which is kind of something rare that you don't see in a lot of cruising catamarans or performance cruising catamarans. Worth pointing out here the stern shower, which they went with kind of a recessed or built-in rain shower, which is always a nice touch. Gonna go up a couple of carbon fiber steps. Make our way over to the fly bridge, or up to the fly bridge, I should say. Give you guys kind of a quick pano so you get an idea of the vantage point up here. Now this is really unique for a performance cruising catamaran to have a fly bridge. I think they did a very good job incorporating a fly bridge while maintaining sporty lines on the boat. And just sitting up here at the helm, I can only imagine how dry of a ride it is. And it's still low enough where you're not drastically increasing the center of gravity on the boat. So we've got Raymarine electronics, obviously a carbon fiber helm and carbon fiber console. But we've got the hydraulic controls here as well, where you can see the center board, which has 3 positions. It's got up, which is fully retracted, mid, and then down. I can't remember the specs on the draft when the boards are down, but I'll put that in the description down below. Then we've got an electric furler as well as an electric traveler. I mean, the idea with this boat is for a cruising couple to be able to safely and quickly sail this boat. I just love this area up here. Now, one really just unique thing, McConaghy comes from the custom performance boat building world. So when they rigged this boat up, we've got, all of our clutches here going back to this Harkin 70 winch. But you'll notice all the leads coming through that McConaghy block, all of the holes are at slightly different heights. And the reason for that is when they rigged the boat, they wanted to make sure that everything was perfectly run to reduce the chance of an override. Now we've got the starboard helm here. There's throttles at both helms, so whether you're going port or starboard side too, it's quite easy. Hey, this is one little touch I think is kind of neat. Carbon fiber cocktail table for up top. We're going to go ahead and come down the stairs and make our way into the salon. So as we make our way into the salon, you'll see how just open and airy it is. And this is kind of why, this boat works so well for me. One thing with the more performance-oriented catamarans is you kind of have a larger cockpit and a fairly small salon. And this salon is just absolutely massive. Now, I love how they've incorporated these sliding windows into the design. So, I see this would be one of those things, once the anchor's down and I'm on my mooring ball or at anchor, first thing I'm going to do is open those things up. Really a unique and cool feature. So we've got a Pullman-style galley, I guess you would call that. running on the port side with a kitchen island, plenty of cold storage, as well as a wine cooler. So a very nice working galley. Just a really, really nice layout. So over where we've got these two chairs, the owner opted to just use these designer chairs that he had purchased, but there is a settee that would normally go here as well. So we've got our lower, our nav station, I should say, and I mean, you can see the compression post coming through the mast, and it's at an angle which is quite unique, where they kind of triangulate the load there. So it just kind of keeps the Salon feeling a little bit larger by being able to move that aft. Over here on the port side, through there, we've got a hideaway television. And then over on the starboard side, we've got a beautiful L-shaped settee. We're going to make our way down the starboard companionway and take a look at the cabins. So aft, we've got twins. Which for a performance cruising catamaran, I'm happy with the size of the cabins. We got the ensuite head with a single basin sink, the head, and then a really, really nice large shower. Going up starboard forward, we've got what would be called the master on this layout, with a walk-around queen-size berth, a large window on the outboard side, a walk-in closet, so to speak, with you know, tons and tons of storage. I mean, nice large hanging lockers. Then we've got the master head with a single basin sink, large window, vanity up above it, and then the shower up forward. Going to make our way across the Salon to the port side hull. I'm just going to do a quick pano through the Salon here. And we're going to go port forward, which mirrors the starboard forward cabin. So I guess you could call this kind of like a you know, twin master layout. And then we've got our aft cabin here with twin berths, and it matches the aft cabin over on the starboard side. Now you can build this boat in a 3-cabin layout or a 4-cabin layout. I mean, one of the unique things about McConaghy is they are all semi-custom built boats, so you can really build this boat to your spec, and the pricing on it is quite good compared for, you know, what you get in the boat. So if you have any questions on the McConaghy MC60, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Shoot me an email. And as always, if you like what I have to say, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks and have a good day.